Labor leaders are to meet in a special forum on Thursday to declare their expectations of those seeking political office and to come to a consensus on how to approach the industrial problems at KFC restaurants. This as all 9 of the fast food chain's locations remained closed for a third day today. Clint Watson has more.
The National Congress of Trade Unions calling for legal action to be taken against the owners of KFC, citing that they've broken the law and should face consequences.
What the employers, or George Myers specifically, who owns KFC, is doing is actually an illegal lockout. And we call on the minister to have him prosecuted because what he's doing, closing all of the stores, is actually illegal.
President of the N.C.T.U, Jennifer Isaacs-Dotson, notes that the minister is still in dialogue with the hotel union, which represents more than 300 KFC employees, and the Myers Group. She hopes the matter can be resolved quickly.
It was the union who had an illegal strike or lockout. They would have been all over the union. But this, on the other hand, now we have the employer doing something that is illegal, and then it must follow its due course and due process.
On Monday, the Minister of Labor officially recognized the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union as a bargaining agent for KFC's aligned staff, something voluntarily given by the company more than 20 years ago. Dotson says for KFC to withdraw recognition of the union is illegal.
We find it very disturbing that the employer can just simply decide, wake up one day and say, okay, we're going to withdraw our recognition of this particular union. And the N.C.T.U is very concerned because it can affect other unions moving ahead. And so we will have to take a close look at if any other unions with it, under our umbrella fall into this same category, and to have that matter dealt with before another employer following suit, since we're living in such an anti-union environment.
And just as they're supporting the Bahamas Public Services Union to get their contract signed with the government, the N.C.T.U also supports the hotel union, saying it's time for Bahamians to stand up for their hard-won rights.
This Myers Group, this is not new for them. They've done this before. They've done it with Spanx. They've done it, I think, with Burger King, George Myers owned, White Castle. There were a number of companies that he did the exact same thing to that he's doing with Kentucky Fried Chicken, where he closed those companies and reopened under a different name. And it appears that that is exactly what he plans on doing with Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is wrong.
What's frustrating to them, though, they say it appears as if time is running out. They were told by a Wednesday if they don't sign an agreement saying they no longer want the union, then they reportedly lose their jobs. Clint Watson, ZNS News.
Well, KFC issued a statement late this afternoon. According to management, the Restaurant Bahamas Ltd, which runs the 9 KFC locations, will remain closed as a result of what they term an illegal strike action ordered by the union and supervised by paid union organizers located in each store to ensure that KFC employees sat down and did not work on Monday. After the last series of union-directed illegal industrial actions, the statement says, KFC Nassau notified its employees and that the union that should any further illegal industrial action occur, the stores would be closed and would only reopen when an industrial agreement was reached. Such irresponsible actions only continue to inconvenience KFC customers, the statement says. The release continued that Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union still does not have a strike vote or a certificate to strike, a KFC Nassau spokeswoman said. Now, according to KFC, KFC intends to fully exercise its rights as employers faced with an illegal strike action. The company says it's unable to reopen its restaurant and bring its employees back to work without completion of a new industrial agreement. And based on this illegal action, the company is unwilling to pay employees while the store remains closed.